Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for coming over to join us for this session. So I'm really glad that we have this session right now to address the recent announcement by us of the non-renewal for Petronas for their title partnership with the team, the MotoGP team. Yeah. Just to give a bit of framing for today's session. So today we're going to talk about the non-renewal that we have just announced. On top of that, I welcome any questions regarding the talent development, and also what is the current plans or situation that we're in right now due to the COVID-19 and also the lockdown, and also what is the future moving forward for motorsports in Malaysia. So if we can keep at that, those topics will be good. On top of that, I just want to say that since Petronas left, SIC actually welcomes any sponsors, whether it's small or big, to join us to look into motorsports development, especially because our talents really need the support, not only from KBS, the government, and also SIC, but also from every part of the country in the major the private sectors. Investing in our talents. We really have good talents, as you can see this year. I think our boys are doing really well in Spain, and we hope that they can continue with the other half of the season on high. So that being said, I pass over to Akhil to take us through this session. Thank you. Well, the decision is actually came from Petronas. I think, yeah, they initiated the thing because this year is the final year of the contract with us. So I'm pretty sure, based on their review and based on their basically the current situation right now with the pandemic and everything. I think, like what I said, I respect their decision to discontinue moving forward. But we always have this good relationship with Petronas all this while, and this is not the end of the collaboration. There'll be more collaboration coming in the future, and we hope that we can announce something soon that we're doing with them out of motorsports. So there are other things that we're doing with Petronas. Hopefully we can reveal that very soon. I don't think that is the main point that discontinue the sponsorship. I'm pretty sure right now most companies are re-evaluating their portfolios right now, looking at the current condition. And when we heard the news that they are going to discontinue for next year, and after looking back at all the purpose and objectives of this MotoGP team being formed and everything, and as per what Datin Nita said earlier in the press release, that we managed to put in our lubricants in the bikes and everything. That's a very short period of time to get endorsement and approval from Yamaha to have our Malaysian own lubricant in the bikes. So I think that's a huge accomplishment in a very short time. And I think both Petronas and also are very proud of this achievement. Yeah. Well, first things first, we have to look at the performance for this year, to fight it out with the big boys in MotoGP, Moto2 and Moto3 especially, when you're talking about all these talents and everything. So the focus now is to finish the CEV based on their targets. Adam is doing quite well at the moment. He's fourth in the championship. Damo a little bit more to catch up for the top 10 target this year. So hopefully they finish on a high, and then we can come back to you further on our plans. But it's always being guided by our MDEF blueprint, the steps moving forward and everything. We have to review their performance. We want to send in Malaysians who are capable to compete at the highest level, which is the MotoGP, Moto2 and Moto3 level. We do not want to put, just for the sake of putting a Malaysian talent there, we just put our talents there. No, that's not the objective. We want them to be ready. We want them to be there, at least challenging for the top spot when they go into the championship. So that's the plan at the moment. Well, at this juncture, we have not spoken to Petronas about it yet for their involvement, moving forward. But I'm pretty sure, Petronas is very close to motorsports, as you can see, in the past and everything. And I'm pretty sure, when things get better, when things go back to normalcy, I do hope that, Petronas and other private sectors look at motorsports as a platform for them to invest in, because I do believe that, apart from our talent, there's a lot of things that private companies can do in this portfolio. So your question, I think it's best for Datuk Razlan to address this moving forward. But I just want to point out that based on our press release baru ni, I've already said that they are moving into their own independent entity. So the new team will not be under SIC anymore. So it will be purely on Datuk Razlan taking on the MotoGP team moving forward independently. Yeah. So okay, let's wait for Datuk Razlan to come back on his plans for next year, so that he can give more clarity on the matter. That is still up for discussion. I think there's also a notion for Datuk Razlan to rebrand the team, but I leave it to Datuk Razlan to comment on this moving forward. So that we can get more clearer picture on how is Datuk Razlan is going to take the MotoGP team moving forward. Well, we've spoken to Zulfahmi, I think last week. My message to Fahmi is whatever the changes going to happen for next year, the focus should be on the remaining races that they are competing in Spain right now. That should be the focus. And the motivation shouldn't be down because there's no platform in the championship next year for them to jump as per what we have planned earlier. So the focus right now, I told Zulfahmi, is to speak to the boys, keep focusing on finishing as per what they have been given the target for this year. And I'm pretty sure if they do well, if they show up, if they, finish at the podium more, hopefully we can get one more or two more Negaraku. Yeah. That would lift up a lot of people from Malaysia looking at the boys. But, the first half of the season, I think they've done quite well. We did a few changes, a few tweaks in how we are, managing them this year. We've got in Josiah to look into the mental and also the physical preparation. We've got in Nurul Alis Kiki to look into the comms, and also Zulfahmi has been there with them, looking after them this year. So it has been quite a big change for us. We've learned from the past that not only that they need to be competitive inside the track, they have to keep up with the physical and also mental preparation before they go into the championship. Just like what I said earlier, Datuk Razlan will decide on the future of the team. So I'm pretty sure he is working hard right now to look for a new sponsor. If there's any announcement earlier, it will be done by Datuk Razlan moving forward, because the separation will be done for this year. So moving forward, SIC and SIC will be separated, and Dato' Razan will work independently for the MotoGP team. I think in racing, there's always going to be ups and downs. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I would like to highlight that last year was the best year for the team, having the two riders performing at their peak or at their best. But I think this year is quite challenging for the team. Having to run through this year with another year of the pandemic. But the decision was made by Petronas not to continue, not only based on the current situation on the performance, but there's a lot of other things that I think Petronas have considered before they decide. But with all due respect, I would like to reiterate that SIC respect the decision from Petronas and we move forward. Okay, banyak sangat uncertainty sekarang, banyak sangat persoalan sekarang lepas pada announcement baru ni. But the plans to open up SIC memang dah ada. Kita dah berbincang dengan pihak KBS untuk kita pembentangkan kita punya SOP untuk pembukaan dalam fasa 1 dan fasa 2 ni. Jadi walaupun kerajaan bertukar, walaupun ada kerajaan baru, pada pandangan saya the plan is there. It's just that the proper authority will need to approve lah kita punya perancangan ni. We are planning, actually we are planning to push the local punya championship, especially Capri, kita punya own events as well, so that SIC boleh restart balik kita punya event dekat dalam track. But unfortunately now the cases are still high. I think KKM dan MKM pun ambil maklum tentang kita punya permohonan ni. Cumanya kita kena still push for it to happen so that we can restart balik kita punya event dekat dalam SIC. Dah lama sangat sunyi dekat SIC ni. Apa yang kita boleh buat sekarang is more on housekeeping. We are trying to keep the facility up to date and also keep it shiny so that bila kita buka nanti everything is ready for the event. So insyaAllah kita akan ni. Then coming back to your question berkenaan dengan MotoGP, we are still in discussion dengan KKM. Kita dah bentangkan the proposal to KKM. KKM dah bagi feedback on top untuk penambahbaikan the SOP. We are also in discussion currently dengan Dorna to decide whether they can meet this requirement or not. So hopefully we can get back to you on something concrete and something final. Hopefully insyaAllah by end of this month. Like what I said earlier, the number one thing that we want for our talents when they join the MotoGP punya category like Moto2 and Moto3, we want them to be competitive. We want them to be at the top of their performance. So sekarang ni lah masa untuk kita didik daripada mini GP, ATC, ETC, CEV, so that they are competitive with the European talents. Kita dan KBS, SIC dan KBS are still going to develop, still going to churn out more talents in the future, and not because SRT tak ada untuk tahun depan, this will not hamper our blueprint as per what I said earlier, to push our talents in the World Championship. So insyaAllah once we have a proper landing, once we have a proper punya ni, we'll come back to you on what is the way forward for our boys to go into MotoGP. But the first things first, they have to concentrate on the remaining rounds of the championship. I hope everyone keep cheering on. Like what I said earlier, I would like to hear another round of Negaraku on the podium this year. so that you know, we keep the boys keep showing up, and I'm pretty sure, you know, the scouts from MotoGP, if they are good, they will be there, you know. Let's keep on, you know, cheering them up and sokong dia orang for them to reach the pinnacle, which is the championship, world championship. So nak menjawab soalan yang pertama tu, we have been in discussion for the renewal for quite some time already. Starting from early part of the year sampailah Petronas decide. So I guess like what I said, we respect the decision from Petronas. The offer was put on the table to continue, but then again, Petronas have their own basically reason for not continuing. Yeah. Which I guess if you go to any company also, I'm pretty sure they are all reviewing their portfolio in order to survive the current pandemic. So then again, we do want to thank Petronas again for the involvement from the start until penghujung ni. Hopefully, you know, this is not the end. Like what I said, mungkin satu hari nanti they will invest balik dalam the team, and I'm pretty sure, you know, motorsports is a very good platform for any private companies to feature their products and also to latch on the talents and also the excitement around the championship lah, right? So as we can see, I'm pretty sure all the other talents from all the other countries are being supported, if not by the government, by the private sectors as well. So this is what I want Malaysia to be, not only to rely on the government, but also the private sectors. Like what you said, all this while, it always has been Petronas yang support motorsports. I would like more and more companies, tak kira lah sekecil mana pun, sampailah sebesar-besar mana pun, you know, if there's a possibility, if the companies see that motorsports can really push our talents, you know, to the pinnacle, I'm pretty sure, you know, we can fight with all the other talents in Asia, because we really have really good talents, especially on the two wheels punya side. Well, I'm pretty sure if we are united in sponsoring these talents and everything, I'm pretty sure, you know, our talents can deliver the goods when they are at the championship. So I do hope you know, this opens up opportunity for our talents to be supported by the private companies moving forward lah, apart from Petronas. I know we have been depending on Petronas all this while. I want to rally all the other private companies yang ada ruang dan kesempatan untuk tolong kita punya talents to compete at the international level. I think looking at the current situation right now, a lot of companies are short on funds. It's not a good time actually to ask for sponsorship right now due to the current pandemic and everything. But what I would like to suggest is we start small first. You know, for those yang tak pernah sponsor, we start at the very grassroots level, which is the mini GP punya championship. So we this year we're supposed to do a new format for mini GP. Is going to be done with FIM for this year, taking cue from MEM, who is currently holding the rights for FIM mini GP in Malaysia. So we're going to do the first time around a championship which is going to be sanctioned by MEM and also FIM. Yeah. So kalau boleh, kalau for those sponsors yang nak sponsor apa semua, kita start very small dulu dekat mini GP. Kita tengok budak-budak ni keluar, and then we churn out more talents so that we have more talents Malaysian punya riders dekat the Europe punya side. That's the only way. that we can start. Yeah, I think we need to take baby steps to do this. Once more and more private companies open their eyes on this talent development future, I'm pretty sure we can move on to the bigger things.